Hey, welcome back to Fits Fun Fitness Part 3. Today we are going to be working on a full actual workout. This is the kind of workout that I do when I'm crunched for time, but it's one of my favorites and it gets everything. It's pretty much all body workout. And if you notice the different surroundings, we went up north to Wisconsin this weekend. And when we come up north, typically, I don't have a home gym here. I don't have all the equipment in the basement. We usually do things outside like snowboarding or snowshoeing and ice skating and things like that. So what I did is I brought some stuff from home, and I'm going to be using that for a workout to show you what I typically do. Now, one thing, typically when people think about working out, most people tend to think there's cardio and there's strength. And they don't think about the other aspects. For fitness as a whole, you really want to say that there's strength, there's endurance, there's agility, there's balance, there's speed, there's power. All these things make for your body being healthy and you being fit. So, and also, when you get to about my age, some of you are, or if you have, an issue with arthritis or something, balance is really important. I found that out this week. I mean, living in Northern Illinois, last week, I got really, I think it was below zero for a number of days, and got ready to go out to work in the morning. Had my change of clothes in one hand, had my lunch over the shoulder, went outside, put one foot down, step was fine, no problem, relaxed. Put my other foot down. As soon as it came down right on ice, boom, fell down. Luckily, I just strained my wrist a little, so it's not a good wrist in the first place, but I got lucky. But I'm always worried about falling. Many of us have heard, about the old dreaded as you get older, fractured hip. So we're going to try to avoid that, but working on our balance is really important. So that's why I want to work on this today. Now, one thing when we consider let me get started and I can talk. Now I'll multitask. So what we're going to do today is I have a balance board or a wobble board. That's what they call it. This one's Gold's Gym. I don't think I picked this up at like Marshall's or TJ Maxx for about 10 bucks. You get them on Amazon for up to 20 or something like that. Really great. And I've got some 2.5 pound dumbbells. So I'll show you how we're going to use it. Now today's exercise is basically going to be done. Now if you were starting at home and you just never done this before, I'm just going to have you lifting up and balancing on one leg. Ta-da, you're balancing. Okay? And what's happening is I've been doing this for a long time, so sometimes in order to fatigue my muscles work a little harder, I like to do it on a balance board. So I'm going to get up out here and ta-da. All right. Now what I'm going to do is in the yoga move, you can typically put your foot on your ankle, or you can rest on your calf, or you can move it up and place it on the, if you fall off, no problem. I'm going to place it on the inside of my thigh. You want to make sure that the heel is above the knee. You don't want to put any pressure on the inside of the knee. And you are going to just balance. Now, it looks like I'm pretty steady right now, but what you want to consider is, look at it this way. My dad used to tell me years ago that when you get a car, or when you start driving a car, you should learn about the car, be able to know about it. That way, if you go into, if you do some maintenance, you can maintain it. Or if you go to see a mechanic, at least you know what you're talking about. Same thing goes with your body. Now, right now, it might look like I'm pretty steady, but if you learn about your leg, most people will look at their leg and they say, okay, well, I got maybe my quadricep, my hamstrings, and my calf. Well, most people don't realize this, but each leg has over 20 muscles in it, and they're all working together. You have abductors, adductors, you have flexors, extensors, 2 forms of calf muscles, soleus, gastrocnemius. They're all working together, and even though it doesn't look like it, I'm pretty steady. They're all firing. If I go forward, one's tightening, one's relaxing. As I fatigue, they start moving around. So balance itself is a muscular workout. You'll notice as the exercise progresses, you'll probably hear me breathing a little heavier. But as we start out, I'm just going to be balancing. If you want, you can put your arms out. The further your arms get away from your body, the more unbalanced you are. The closer, just like if you ever watch ice skaters when they're spinning. If you want to place your arms ahead of you, out to the side. So okay, that's what we're starting with. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little twist to it. Got these 2.5 pound dumbbells, and I'm going to get back up in position. Okay. And I am going to start doing shoulder presses. So I am just going to move these up and down, just like this. A typical shoulder press works your deltoids, which is your shoulder, and your triceps. Now, funny thing about these pink ones, I'm balancing, okay, getting better set, is when I used to do personal training when I was younger, I specifically bought the pink ones, Because I used to mess around with some of the guys that I work with. I know they'd sit there and say, oh, you know, Pink, I lift 40 pounds, I lift 30 pounds. I'm like, fine, we're not doing reps. We're gonna do time. I tell them we're gonna be just doing shoulder presses for 1 or 2 minutes. It really starts to burn after a while, and most of the big guys could not do it more than a minute, minute and a half. So even though this looks simple, you're hearing me now, I think the mic's about 5 inches away from me, I'm starting to get breathe heavy. Now when the presses start getting tired, I'm gonna have you move your arms out to the side, and you're just gonna do side laterals. Just like so. These again are working the deltoid, and that's what, no tricep at this point. What you're working is your shoulder muscles. And then you can turn them. And this would be your pecs or your chest. Now notice, because now instead of moving up and down, I'm moving forward. I'm getting a lot more wobbly in the leg. And those leg muscles are firing. I'm feeling my calf get shaky. So even though it doesn't look like I'm doing much, I'm starting to get my heart rate moving. And I'm starting to use all those auxiliary muscles in the leg to work to prevent me from falling in the future for balance. I met a guy years ago, a guy named Bob Guida, who's a kinesiotherapist. And he's also the last guy to beat Arnold Schwarzenegger before he went on to become Mr. Olympia, before Arnold did. And what Bob used to do is he would always talk to runners. And when they'd come in with problems, he'd say, I want you to do a one-legged squat. Just put one leg out and go down on one. Majority of them couldn't do it. Oh, I'm going to fall out and come back. He would say to them, how can you expect to do thousands of steps while running if you can't even hold your body weight up with one leg? And it's kind of a good facet. He didn't mean, you know, you can't run like that. But think of it this way. You want to align your car. You want to make sure that your wheels are aligned. You want to make sure your front end's aligned, everything like that. So making sure you have all those auxiliary muscles in your leg strong will prevent you or help you be a better runner, hopefully prevent injury. Okay, well this is starting to burn now. And I'm starting to fall out. So again, there's no problem. It just means that I'm getting a good workout. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to switch to do curls. And the same thing. I'm getting an upper body exercise, I'm getting lower body. If you want to, you can do punches. Now again, every time you move away from your body, you've got to use your core and your legs. Right now I'm using core to keep myself from falling out. Okay? And, okay, that's a pause for now. Now, since I got my breathing going and I'm warmed up, I'm going to get some actual more cardio out of this. So what I'm going to do is, for me, I'm going to run. Keep myself balanced, tighten the core. I'm going to pretend I'm sprinting. Now, if you're having problems with this, touch your toe down. Up, touch, just like that. And what I'm going to do is, instead of just continuously doing it, it doesn't really matter. It's whatever you want. I'm kind of an advocate of listening to your body, feeling how things work. So you can do, let's say 20 sprints. I'm going to pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 19, 20. Okay, I got my heart rate going. We can also do these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay, I'm getting a great workout at this point, and now I'm starting to wobble and fall out. Now, when that happens, it's not worth getting hurt, so I'm going to get calm, settle in. Now I'm going to work on some flexibility. I'm going to lift my one leg up, okay? And at this point, I'm using my hip flexor to hold my leg up, and I'm going to fold forward and get a nice hamstring stretch. My front leg, so stretch that back leg up. And then try to come back up, staying balanced. Touch down. And then one last flexibility move I'm going to try. Try to just bring your leg up And this is just something I enjoy. I mean, I've worked my way up to this finally. I'm going to try to go into a yoga move. Let's see if I can straighten it out. And bring it back. So again, those are great balancing exercises. Now what I'm going to do is, since I got my heart rate going and everything, I'm just going to do body weight squats. I get my legs out a little past shoulder. I usually put my palms in. As I go down, I want to make sure my knees don't go past my toes because I don't want to put any strain on my tendon. And I want to drop my butt straight down. Sink down and come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can get into a rhythm, or if you want to make it tougher, go slow. Come up slow. Arms above your head for less stability. Usually I'll do 20, 30, up to about 50 of these. And like that. And then finally what I'm going to do, as I go up on my toes to work my calves, and the first thing I'm going to do is just try to hold myself up in the toe position. And then, when it starts to fatigue, I'm just going to do toe raises. Again, pick any number, random, it doesn't really matter. I'm a big proponent of listening to your body. I know kind of what I can handle, kind of like when you're doing push-ups. You start off with 5, next time you work up to maybe 6 or 7, take it that way. Right now, as you can hear, I'm breathing pretty heavy. And if you don't realize, I'm not going to keep you on watching much longer, but I just did my right side. Now, guess what I would do next when I turn the film off? I'm going to do everything I just did, but I'm going to do it this time with my left leg down and my right leg up. So I go through the same exercises. I would be balancing with my left foot planted, right foot up, go through the dumbbell work, all that. So I basically would get my upper body again. And then I would do the same stretches with my left leg. So that exercise altogether would probably take both sides of the body, hopefully about 10 to 15 minutes. And then it depends. If it was a day where I wanted to go, I'd go through it again twice. The great thing about it is, like I said, you're getting strength, you're getting cardio, you're getting flexibility, and your balance. So that's a terrific workout, and all I had to use was this and the dumbbells. And like I said, you don't even need this. This is just because I need something that's a little more challenging now. So even the floor. So you can do that anywhere, if you're on the road, whatever it takes. So I hope you find that interesting. I'm going to try to come up with more or show you other examples, and I'm going to start showing you links to other people that have come up with great workout advice. So thanks again for coming by. Hope you have a great weekend. Take care.